In my restless dreams, I remember that town, Silent Hill. Konami promised to take me back there one day, but you never did. Well, I'm still fucking waiting, Konami. You tease us with PT and maybe one of the most terrifying trailers, then say, fuck off, Hideo Kojima. Not to mention, the only way to play PT is in Dreams Recreation, which really isn't that bad. You should go check it out. Then there was another letter. In my restless dreams, I see that town again. Silent Hill. You promised to take me back there in a new way, but you never did. Well, I'm playing it now. I want more, but it was just another fucking playable teaser for your new show I have still to watch. What the fuck, Konami? Wait, didn't I just do this? In my restless dreams, I see that town again. Silent Hill. You promised to take me back there again one day, and you finally did. Along with a new entry, Silent Hill F, and rumors of another from the ground remake of Silent Hill 3. Fucking finally, Konami! Nope. Bad Jake. Anyway. No! No! Bad Jake! Get! Hello and welcome to, you guessed it, the Silent Hill 2 Remake review. Now, I don't want to ruin anything too bad, and with any spoilers, I'll put a warning in for you. So, where to start? How about the team behind the remake? Bluebird team. I have to hand it to them. I am impressed and happy that they got the job to bring Konami back into the game franchise scene with this absolute iconic game with a few of their own new twists. The team at Blooper did an amazing job capturing the feel and tone of the story of this game, while still adding to the universe and some new mechanics that make it feel more alive and fresh. From the ray tracing to the small details in the faces and the interactions. This game feels alive and ready to take you on a trip to the brain and the horrors they can make. One of the new features is the breakable environment that sometimes needs to be done to get around, but also has times where it can help you get around the monsters you will encounter. It makes the traversal of the world more interesting. Another small but very big impact they added was the environment. It has almost a mind of its own. In some cases, it will get windy and hectic. This alone makes it more intense than some of the original scenes that just was you lost trying to find the next big level. It's like real life. Now, I have been a Konami fan since the NES era, or the Nintendo Entertainment System era. And I became a Silent Hill 2 fan roughly around the 2006 time on the PS2. I rented it from my local Family Video. I know, right? They're still around. Oh, they're not. Why did you go away, Family Video? Why? Why? Why did you go away? Just like Blockbuster, everything goes down the fucking tube. Did go down. Fuck, did go down. Okay. I swear, hope the dreams go away. Anyway, for my local family video, and force myself and push myself, I should say, through the scary and terrifying world. And my first ending was the water ending, and where you got the full letter from Mary, and you heard James kill himself by driving off into the water. I actually connected with these characters, and I actually kind of cried a little bit at this ending. I mean, the game at the moment became one of a big piece of my life, and it became part of my heart, my everything. It was something amazing. Spark, you would say. And I've been hooked ever since. I even played and conquered pretty much all the Silent Hill games I could get my hands on, from the Silent Hill 1, PS1 on the PS3 that you can buy, to Silent Hill 2 and 3, 2 and 3 remastered, 4, one we don't really talk about, The Room, and then you have, of course, 5, Homecoming, which everyone hates, which is actually kind of one of my personal favorites, honestly. Then you had 6, which was Downpour, and then I actually had the Silent Hill on the iPod. Can you believe that? It was like a point-and-click text adventure. I don't remember much about that one. I don't even remember getting that far in it. Okay, I will get to the monsters. Jesus. Guess we're going into the dark world. In Silent Hill, one of the biggest things to grab your attention is not just the environment, but the monsters that dwell within it. Each game has its own variation or version of the monsters, or even a whole new monstrosities to deal with. The fears, regrets, sins, and more influence the creatures you encounter with each protagonist. And in James's case, this really shows in the monsters as regret, sadness, disgust, and, of course, sexual frustration. This can be seen in the very first monster you encounter as James. This creature of sexualized tension is the pure representation of James's feeling sexually neglected by Mary as she dies of her illness. The body is that of a zipped up leather, perhaps his kinks or restraints. The second monster is the one I fucking hate more than anything in this game. Legs McGee, the hidden peekaboo bitch. This monster is once again about his sexual frustrations in leg form. Ooh la la. This monster will see you, hide in the environment, and then sideswipe you with a fucking uppercut. God, I hope they're not around here. If you're not paying attention. Fucking bitch. Now, one of the big boys, and yes, spoilers on this one, Pyramid Heads. Yes, I said Pyramid Heads, as in more than one. There is, I believe, 3 in the game, but you only see 2 on screen at a time, if not mostly 1. They represent the punishment James feels he deserves, as just to punish him, really. Punish me, Daddy. And make his life hard. Man, we all can feel that one. Now, the 2 variants of the Pyramid Heads are the Spearheads and the Knife Heads. In the beginning of the game, in the apartments, you face off with the Knife Pyramid Head. And later on, near the end, spoiler alert, you face off with 2 Spear Pyramids, as they kill Maria for the 3rd fucking time. Can't you just fucking live, goddammit? It's time for your judgment. Pyramid Head Jake Dog. Now, there are a few key differences between the original games and the remake, which, I'll go over lightly. So not to ruin as much as I can, not to ruin as much. So, of course, spoilers, The first fight with Pyramid Head is no longer in the flooded staircase. It's in its own little arena, although to beat him it's the same requirements, either time or enough damage done. You can literally just dodge him for like 5 minutes and he'll leave. The key items are more mainstreamed. I mean, where I do think they could have been a little bit more hidden and less on the nose. You see a key, you pick up a key, you turn to the left, boom, key goes in. And this repeats itself throughout the game. Wonder where the keys go. Oh. Where in the original, there was some thought and some backtracking to it, and some thought was necessary, more than the remake, where, you know, in order to figure it out, you'd get a key for a safe on the 3rd floor, the safe would be on the 1st floor, and you'd have to find your way from the 3rd floor to the 1st floor to put the key in through monsters and mazes. Where the fuck am I? New things happening. I mean, that's just kind of how it is. And it kind of leaves up to you to figure it out instead of, here's a key, there's a key. You know, there are new collectibles referencing the original game that are, it's a nice homage, I should say, to the game's roots and stuff. And they're like pictures of how the game used to look. There's also more dialogue interaction and interaction with items within the game. For one thing, you're in the strip club, and you can either talk to Maria or talk to Eddie or Laura or any of the other characters that you come across, then you can talk to them. Or you go in the wrong direction, she'll let you know. And then there's like pictures on the wall of different dances and stuff, and he'll go up to it and he'll actually make comments to it. It makes it a million times better for immersion into the world and kind of stuff like that. I got a boner now. Come here, lake monster. And like I said, it's a nice homage as well to see the pictures and stuff like that. And some scenes are a little bit different. The big one is with Eddie and Laura when they're in the bowling alley in the original. And he's sitting there chowing down on pizza and a few words were swung. And Laura just kind of runs off. They changed that to a movie theater. And oh boy, was that something different. They changed it to a movie theater, she runs off and he's eating ice cream, and yeah, it takes it to its own little mini level inside the theater too. It just adds a nice little homage. A nice little difference, a nice little homage, a nice little everything. In the beginning, I was taken back in awe by the graphics and the way they made the game look so detailed and beautiful. Then I got to really look into the game, and after I noticed some things, I couldn't unsee them. One biggest complaint is the ray tracing, when it comes to small objects at least. Oh man, a big one is those fucking leaves. As right in the beginning, as you are around the car getting your map, you see the leaves go on the ground and blow across the screen. There you can see when they move too fast in front of the ray tracing wet ground, there is a line that follows it. It truly seems like a little tweak could fix this and make it look so much better, as the whole game is beautiful. But the leaves just hurt that aesthetic. The placing of the keys is another one, as I went over before. And I hate to say it, after the first playthrough, you go to New Game Plus to get the other endings. I have nothing against that. But then you can get the chainsaw on the New Game Plus as soon as you start it, which is a nice reward, but makes the game a joke when it comes to killing everything to 1 to 3 swings. This seems like an item that should have been saved for when you get all the endings, or at least the first 3. That would have made it feel a little more justifiable. Last but not least is the characters' emotions and dialogue divergence, and their deliverance of it. Where sometimes it seems quite on cue, a lot of the times it seems cut off from the rest of the game, almost empty with it. Which I can understand to a point, but at the same time, they had a golden opportunity to add more to the lines and push some more of the emotions, but it falls flat and is a sad thing to say. I mean, this is just a few of the amazing changes that this game made, in my opinion, and for the better. However, the characters and the differences that they have are noticeable and mostly good, don't get me wrong. I mean, Eddie is nice at first, and then as you interact with him and progress through the game, you can see him slowly devolve into madness and rage over his story. Laura is a standoffish and a snobby kind of kid, you know, I mean, one of those kids you just want to a few times. But slowly becomes a loving girl and gives James a chance. Maria is playful, but dependent on James to kind of traverse and survive the town of Silent Hill. And then Angela. Ooh, boy, Angela. Angela at first seems confused and sweet, and slowly turns into a non-emotional, badass woman that doesn't need anybody. And James, he turns from a caring husband in denial to confronted and ready to face people as the man, and just come to more or less terms. In the end, I have to say, even with all the negative I had with this game, but I also have a million positive with it, and that's with no nostalgia attached to it, honestly. I mean, I had nostalgia, but I didn't come into this game with that nostalgia. I'm sorry. You're positive. I'm positive, Dr. Ichi. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're positive more nostalgia. It was happily placed there. In oversight of the game, I would say, get it, guys. And play it. This absolute amazing game and have a spooky fun time. This is definitely a must play for the 2024 games, and is a good base on how remaster should be. Made from the ground up, improved while still keeping the charm of the original, and just like the Resident Evil remakes of 2, 3, and 4 now. From the ground up, still memorable, has the homage to the original, and still has the charm with the innovations needed to make it relevant nowadays. Honestly, my final score for this is a 9 out of 10. Can't go wrong with that. And it's only 9 out of 10 because nothing's perfect. I'm perfect, right, Mommy? Well, I mean, I'll see you all in the next episode, and remember, keep being the gamer you. Alright, thank you all for coming again, and remember to like, subscribe, and see more of me and this beautiful pain in my ass in the next Shelter Game episode. Oh my god! Sophie!